Oh, I overslept a little bit. It's 7 o'clock already. This is probably not the day to do that either. We're going to start getting up earlier in the morning. We've got to go out to the fishery today, the aquaculture. So, yeah, it's going to be a late night. And we get a late start. That doesn't really help things, does it? There's a lot we have to do today. One of which is to get lime down on that new field. I think we'll use that lime spreader there. I'm afraid, really the thing that I'm afraid of doing is I'm afraid of overfilling it and having a ton of lime left over. Last night at the end of the day, I loaded all the, well, is it all of it? Yeah, I did get all of it. That's right. I had to leave the tailgate down so I could get the last two on here. Otherwise, I would have had one left over if I put one sideways on the back here. So I got all of our packed onions here. Because the price is going down, I should have sold them as soon as we got them packed. Let's see, where am I going to go with these? I guess it's under onions packed. So look, it's 12.57 was a high in November. We're in February. It's just going to keep getting lower, although it looks like some of the prices are increasing according to this. But let's see. Cold Crisp Valley. I still haven't figured out the best way to load onto the train, so we'll just take it to the warehouse. Really got to figure out how we could put things on the train, but I just have not seen like a good loading area where you can get up to it with like a forklift or telehandler. Telehandler probably preferably. Yeah, I could probably get pulled over because the tailgate leaning down covers my turn signals. I can't put it up because then I think it'll react poorly with the packed onions on the back. So what we'll do is we'll run this over to the warehouse, and then I think I probably should go up to the windmill. I hate to do it. We do all this driving around, but I should probably go up to the windmill afterwards just to make sure that it's not on the next stage. And then we get so far out over here, it's like, oh, we're practically over to the young fish breeding. We should probably check on that, but I believe I really overfilled it with the fish food. Although I did turn on the fast production for the young trout. It looked like I didn't have a whole lot of trout available to take out to the aquaculture today, so it should help generate a few more pallets. I think we're okay with fish food out there. Could take some, but we're not at risk of running out or anything, so. I don't know why I'm turning turn signals on. Can't see them anyway. Of course I have it. Let's see, deliver right here. That's it, huh? Okay. Gotta remember how to There we go. So, let's see. These are not the right railroad tracks. It's those over here. So, because there's a fence here, right? There's a fence around that. So there's no place here you could really get to load it. Oh, right here. This would be like, which track is the train on? I think it's on this outer one, isn't it? No, it's on the inner one. I don't know. But then there's fence here again, right? Yep. And then at the train station, I don't know which one the train goes to, or which track it runs on. Oh. I really don't have time for this. Quick run through the train station. One of these days when I have time, which one is that going to be? Try and figure out. Yeah, see, everything's up and above. There, yeah, there's a wall there. Is that gate open? That might be it. Never thought of that. Is this open? If this opens, that would probably be... No. I was going to say that might be a way to get to it. No. If I remember right, when I did get on the train, I think I had to walk across the tracks. I don't think it pulls up right next to this station here. Yeah, there's really no good place to get to it. Alright, I'm going to forego stopping at the store just now. I'm going to head straight over to the windmill just to check. Well, I'm glad I came up here because it needs wood beams now. So it's stalled. We got those right here, so let's get them. Yeah, it's really hard to drive past the store like that. Going right past it, I might as well stop and get something. Hang on, whoa, whoa, whoa. No jiggly. Like it. At the rate this is going, I don't think there's any way we're going to be able to produce the cloth or the cloth that it needs with our spinnery, because I don't even think I got enough to make one pallet yet with the amount of wool that we produce with our sheep, because we're already on stage 5. Would like to get more sheep and put them in, you know, kind of on this hillside over here. I keep saying that every time I go to work on it. It's usually at the end after I've recorded an episode and it's dark, and I'm having trouble kind of blending it in with the terrain the way I want. Anyway, let's get back to the farm. We gotta lime that field. The sun's getting higher in the sky, so. Back at the farm. You slow down, go through the farmyard. While I'm here, let me just run up this hill quick. Take a look at this grass field. I wonder if I'd be able to cut this come March. Probably not. I think I probably should wait till April to do it. Of course, April's going to be when we're going to be having a lot of planting and stuff to do. It's still saying growing, so yeah, it's going to be probably April at the earliest. April will be the time to plant vegetables, the carrots, the parsnips, and the red beets, and that we want to do on that field right down there. March we can do onions and oats and also poplars if we wanted to. Let me go past here. How's that roll pallet coming? Soon, we should have one soon. Okay. Yeah, open this one. We'll grab the New Holland. Really like the weather to get just a little longer, or a little warmer. Wait a little longer for the weather to get a little warmer so that we can clean some of this equipment off. Come over here and start grabbing stones. I know I'm gonna need to. Why did that things keep moving around? Ooh, look at all the preserved foods there. Gonna have to come over and get those. Alright. When is the best price for that stuff? I think it's around now, but I'm not sure. I'm getting stones. Because I know our cement production needs it. It runs quickly enough that I can fill it up morning and night to keep it going. And it is, you know, it's good income if we can keep it going. Can we get past it there? Do I not have anything loaded up on the trailer? I don't. Okay. I got farming I gotta do today though. Alright, that's not gonna work. Alright, well, we've got a solution for that. We'll come around over to this side. Get the door open. It'll be easier to visualize how I need to turn without looking at a wall here. Okay. Too close. Well, the productions are really nice to make you money in the wintertime. They seem to serve as a distraction. This is out of wood. Let's turn it off. I need to get another tree cut. Okay, should be able to get to this. It's running, but it's out. So we'll get 4 loads in there. Yeah, I know it'd be easier if I just turned off the realistic trailer limits, but you know me, I like to play a little realistic-ish, so make the extra trips. Here we go. Okay, so that's 1. Number 2. This is 3. And the 4th and final load goes in there. If I had to do it over again, there is a part of the mod that's like the construction site materials or something like that, equipment. I don't know, it's in the description. It's got a stone pile, but at the time I don't think it existed, and so I ended up putting that kind of like buy anything thing behind the silage clamp so we could get stones. But if I had to do it again, that's probably what I would use instead. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put this back away. The bunning trailer, that is. And then we'll go grab the lime spreader. We'll go get it filled with lime, and we'll get over to that field. Up the pH on it. Okay. Lime's not that expensive, and I don't know, maybe I'll convince myself that I should keep it. I don't know. It just seems really big for what we need, but maybe I'll find that I really like it. We'll pull it out and we'll mess with it a little bit here. I don't know, I thought I saw somebody using, I think Daggerman using something similar, but it didn't have the crane and the stabilizing legs on it. I'm never going to figure this out without a help window open, though. So you can adjust the spread with it, go out to 42 meters, which is, that's huge. So L1, unfold. Okay. Open shovel. Okay. So imagine that's to load it. That is pretty cool. Okay, so that's all that. So to operate it, you wouldn't need to unfold it. And where's the change work width? L1 is most everything. Okay. How much do we want to put in here? It's got a pretty good size capacity. Let's go down to feeding grain south and see if we can fill her up. Okay, we're arriving over here. Man, I just got across those tracks and that train came out of nowhere. I looked before I went across. I guess I bounced across a little slow. I don't know if you noticed the little crane arm jiggling around out there in the frame. I don't think I can do anything about that though, yeah. Yeah. Let me see if I can pull up the steering assist. It says 15. I know I've got, what was it? 42? I don't know if that's gonna, it'll help me get the edges, I guess. Right? Pretty sure it's set to automatic application rate. I put 7,000 liters in here. I thought I was putting too much. Now I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be enough or not. All right, wait a minute. Did it change the working width on me? Hang on. Oh, is it only 42 for the fertilizer? Might be. I can't adjust the working width. So that's why it was doing it the way it was doing it. All right, hang on. So I'll need to redo my lines and go to auto. Reset. Okay. There we go. So it's gonna take a little longer than I thought. We're not doing 42. Ooh, I wonder if I got enough then. We'll find out. Let me put the lime down. I should have filled it. I think we came to that realization pretty quick. Look at it going down. Yeah, I should have filled it all the way. I severely underestimated how much lime this was going to take to do this. So I'm going to go get some more. But first, I think I'm going to go deliver a load of silage. I also think I need to change the wheels on this Valtra. It's just too awkward with these twins on here. Something else that just needs to get done. Help pay for the lime also. Of course, I'm coming out of here like I'm gonna go to the biogas plant. I don't know where the best place to go is. So give me a second while I figure that out. Let's pull up the prices menu here. All right, looks like silage. We want to go to the animal dealer. This thing is so big. On the way back, we'll go by the store and I think change these wheels. Train? Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool view right there. Seeing the train going over the viaduct. This is a really picturesque map, I think. Are there a couple of things I'd like to change about it? Sure, like being able to buy all the land so that, you know, it'd be nice to be able to, since we own the young fish breeding, but we don't own the land that it's on, so I can't put like a little mini fish food factory on it, which would have been nice. A couple other small things, but overall it's a really nice map. I'm sure I'll end up playing on it far longer than I should, which is what I do. I usually find a map I really like and then I play on it forever, and then I never get to a lot of the other maps that are really cool that I'd like to. Flip around. Pull up next to Katie here. It should be about where the trigger will come up on the rear of the trailer. Katie. I'm gonna leave the beacons on because we are pretty wide with these duals on. I think I'm going to change it to wides with weights. Swing in here. Up on the lift. Climb down and let's see. So we've got Continental tires on it and narrow twins. So for 7,000 we can get wides with weights. That's what we'll do. And then since we're here, oh, spinach harvester. Damn, do I want a spinach harvester? Not really. I would really like a green bean or a pea harvester. We did spinach. We have, how much spinach do we have in storage? I still have 85,000 liters of spinach in storage. So I'm going to pass. As much as I hate to do it, but I'm going to pass. If it were green beans or peas, I would have bought it. But spinach, no. Look at that. Nice new tires. I was wondering, because in the menu they looked all muddy. I was wondering if they would come out looking like that, but they came out looking nice and clean. Look at that. Looks good. Yeah, it's just too awkward with the twins on there, I think. For my liking. On this map especially, you know. Maybe on a big old North American map with massive fields where you don't really have to drive on anything other than down, you know, county roads that are just split in the fields that have hardly any traffic on them. But here, if you're driving over the road, the twins are just, yeah, they're a, what would you call it? I don't know. Detrimental, I guess. I guess I'll park over here, so as to be out of the way. Looks quite different like this, doesn't it? Oh, you can see the windmill. That's cool. You can see the progress on the windmill from here. The crane. Barely make it out. That's pretty neat. I love this game. This is so much fun. Alright, I'm going to go refill this with lime. I'm going to fill it all the way up. It won't cost that much. Maybe about 10,000 pounds. And we'll get back over here and we'll finish spreading the lime on this field. And it'll have some left probably in the spreader at that point. But I really underestimated how much it was going to take when I went there the first time. Not going to make that mistake again. Oh! Alright, 1 o'clock, we're finishing up here. I was getting really careless with my button mashing there. Hopefully I can kind of clean that up in editing about how I tabbed between vehicles and I, jumped out. Oh, poor hand-eye coordination, I guess. Missed the little section there when I ended up getting off. I don't know if I can get that when I go back. I'll try. So if I had filled it maybe the first time, we'd be okay. We probably wouldn't have had to go back and get more, but it's all right. Oh, come on. Am I? Oh, I'm on automatic application and it's running so it knows where to put it. Okay, good. So I must have missed some there. There we go. That ought to do it. I guess I don't need to turn it on and off when I have automatic application on. Let me pull out the field here. We can zoom in a little bit. I can also go in cab. I don't really want it to pull up the lines when we drive past something, but yeah, silty clay, it took quite a bit. I think we'll probably end up keeping that lime spreader, realizing how much we had to put down, although I think in the future it won't be as demanding. Let's pull up the menu here, or the map, and then in the precision farming, not soil types, but the pH. Yeah, see how much better it is. It was pretty yellow before, so What's that? Do we have a... Oh, that's where you get the environmental score for that field. It's not too good right now. It'll get better, maybe. Got that additional view of the crane arm that throws me off when I am tabbing through my views. Let's go ahead and shut that off there. I want to refill this while I'm over here. Probably a mistake because I want the daylight to be able to go out to the out to the aquaculture, but I also like to keep this filled so that we can use it, go deliver it when we need to. So which silage clamp do you think I should use? I guess we're not going to have this one emptied by the time we probably start cutting grass again. So we'll probably have to use one of the ones over at the other farm. Which is a shame because they make pretty good storage, covered storage for the equipment to kind of keep it out of the elements. Let me fill this quick. Alright, that's all she wrote. Trailer's full for another day. So we'll be able to take that tomorrow. Yeah, it's kind of hard moving all this stuff around all the time. It would probably be a lot easier just to leave stuff sitting out all over the place, but I like a place for everything and everything in its place. This will be a lot easier to manipulate without the duals on also. Alright, there we go. Put that right there. I think we're done over here, so I can put everything away. Watch that back wall. Two o'clock. I wonder if I have time maybe to cut down the tree quick before heading out to the aquaculture. I don't know. I need one of these more mature trees, so let's take a look here, see what we got here. I want a pine or a spruce. What's this? It's 30 meter spruce. 35 meter spruce, that's what you want right there. What's this one? It's a 20 meter spruce. So this guy would be a good one to take. Which way could you drop it? Like straight that way. Alright, I definitely need to get my eyeball recalibrated. Let's see, so there's no wood in there, right? Let's see. Boom. 8,950 is all we got? Wow. Okay. Long planks, and wood beams. Should move some of this stuff probably, but I really don't have time. Of course, I'm going to regret that decision later, aren't I? But I think we need to get on the aquaculture. I need to get my eyeball recalibrated. I did not do a good job felling that tree. Did not drop it anywhere near where I wanted to. It's 3 o'clock already. We got to get out to the aquaculture. And I'm sure I'm probably running low on time for the episode. I don't know. I'll try and include as much as I can, but as usual, I'll probably do the sign off when we deliver the fish, but how much of the rest of this I'm going to be able to include, I don't know. What should I drive over to young fish breeding? I'll take Walter's car. Of course, I could load up that preserved food and take that, but I just, yeah, I don't think that'd be wise. Gonna take your car, Walter.
me up to dream again. I've been lost in memories that I don't want. This real life can't compare to the rainbow's end, golden skies and hearts that mend. When broken, I don't ever want to heal again. So please just turn the lights off for me. Even distant stars can leave a trail that shines. So the sailors coming home can still see the lights upon their boats. I'll be right here. That's what you said when I disappeared. To God knows where. I'm sorry that I'm always gone, but this real life isn't what I wanted. Even distant stars can leave a trail that shines. So the sailors coming home can still see the lights upon their boats. And as the wind carries me away again, memories like ripples on the sea. I remember everything. You know you're my everything. You were my North Star. Even distant stars can leave a trail that shines. So the sailors coming home can still see the lights upon their boats. And even distant stars can leave a trail that shines. So the sailors coming home can still see the lights upon their boats.
Okay, it probably would have been easier just to back up, but the trout's going to the fish market right here. So I know that the loading area, or the trigger's right here between these green loading area signs. So we got 10 pallets of trout and 4 pallets of salmon. Salmon's going to go to the warehouse. So we got 62 and 62. What's that? 104. Yeah. Wait, 124. Like 125,000 for the salmon, or the trout rather. I'll run to the warehouse and we'll sell the salmon. All right, we're arriving over here at the warehouse. As usual on aquaculture days, we're going to end kind of late. Let's see, let's get that open. We will strap. There we go. 88 for that. So we're sitting at 768,000. That is nice. I got to change out of this fishing gear. But I'd like to thank you for hanging out with me here in Kinlaig, Highlands Fishing Expansion Farming Simulator 25. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. If you don't subscribe yet, why not? Don't cost nothing. See you next time.